fact that you are sitting here today, ready to take this next step, this next journey, shows that you've persevered, you found a way forward. We are certainly honored that you chose BGSU for your next journey.
I chose BG because I loved how when I walked on campus, it just felt like a whole community and everyone was so welcoming.
I chose BGSU because they got great people, great culture, and a great campus here.
I'm excited to trying some new things and joining some new clubs and just meeting new people.
Welcome out here to Easton Chiller, as the Bowling Green Falcons just about set for first period action. As you can see, the Zamboni's still out there. I'm joined today all season. Mostly it'll be Dan Ridenour doing the broadcasting this year. He's to my left. No one's to my right except for the camera that you'll see. Dan, how you doing tonight?
I'm living the dream, Chip. How you doing?
I'm great. Chip Creinin here with Dan Ridenour. Again, brought you games last year. It'll be Dan's turn this year as the freshman looks to take his second career hockey game broadcast. He'll have this down in his memory books. Get your nerves out, right, Dan?
Yeah, it's kind of like what Coach Harper was talking about. It's still the same game. It's still hockey, no matter, whether you're on the ice or you're up here. It's still the same game, and, that's going to be a lot of the keys tonight on what the guys are going to need to be getting done tonight.
You mentioned keys. We'll go right into the 3 keys of the game, brought to you by Liquid Bar. New sponsor coming next week. Didn't have time to change it on the graphic, but Liquid Bar, your sponsor last year and this first game sponsor. We'll take a look. First key is new year, new team. Of course, you got 9 freshmen on this team, a couple of them inserted in the lineup, a couple in big roles, especially defenseman Ted Schulze. He'll get the start.
Absolutely. Ted's going to be getting that start on the defense tonight. And, he's got quite the career as well, a bit of a homecoming, if you will. The kids from Westerville, Ohio, were roughly in that area. He played for the AAA Ohio Blue Jackets, 162 games from 2020 to 2023. So he definitely knows the area, and that's one of 5 freshmen that are going to be in the lineup tonight for the Bowling Green Falcons.
Yeah, you'll see him pair with another freshman, Owen Bentley, from Buffalo, the Buffalo area. They'll be paired on D with a couple. There's another defenseman that's a freshman, as well as 2 freshman center icemen. One will get the start as well. His family's in town, Anthony Higgins. Second key of the game, shoot the puck. That top line for the Falcons, it's Mark Rudo, the captain, one of the 3 seniors on this team. He'll be on the left with McMullen, Austin McMullen. He's sliding up to forward this year. He played defense and forward last year. And then Anthony Higgins, like I mentioned, all 3 are snipers. They looked really past the puck in practice, though. Man, can they pass? They got good chemistry off the bat, and I think that's going to be a line to watch for this year.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen a lot of that play going on, Chip, and in practice, kind of what you were saying. Rudo's going to go out there. He's going to need to execute. And, so are the other guys, just moving it along. Higgins is going to have to go out there, and so is McMullen. They're going to have to go out there. They got some action underneath their feet. They're doing pretty well. We've seen them 4 practices ever since tryouts and now here, and then they're going to be just back-to-back. You get to go on the road to start your season, and then you're coming back home for your home opener tomorrow at the Slater Family Ice Arena. So a lot to look forward to, Chip, but if you want to score, you're going to have to shoot the puck.
And you're going to want to do it in that first 5 minutes. Have been the Falcons troubled last year. They did not get off to a good start in the first 5 minutes of every game. I think they had 1 goal in the whole season in the first 5 minutes of the game, and that was in Colorado as Anderson Parker scored with 2 minutes into the game on a goal, on a weird goal. But first 5 minutes, very important. Jump on the Buckeyes and we'll go from there.
You really need to get on it early. I mean, that's the biggest part about hockey is just striking first and kind of making your impression. You see a lot of it, moving forward on whether or not you're going to be able to get that goal or not. Most times you're not really going to be able to, but if you can establish your ground in the first 5 minutes, that's going to be an extreme impact for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and that's, again, our 3 keys to the game brought to you by Liquid Bar. Anything else that you want to mention pregame, Dan? Any shout-outs you want to do? Something like that.
I'd love to shout out all the Falcon fans watching, joining us for our first broadcast of the 2025-2026 season. That's going to be my main one that I'd like to point out. Just thank you all for watching out. And then also, too, Chip, I'd like to take a look at the men between the pipes. Riley Martin going to be starting. Last year had a .869 save percentage. And his highest of his career that we've been able to see is he has a .925. So looking at Marty today, how do you think he's going to do, Chip?
Well, he's coming off of a couple good practices. A little banged up last year, had some kidney stone issues last year. Back healthy will be a big part. As the goaltending, of course, all 3 goalies that are on the Falcon roster this year are now juniors, came in together as freshmen, both Tim Whitehead, Mitch Norkovicius, and then, like you mentioned, Riley Martin. All 3 are juniors. Most of them live together. So it's building that camaraderie. Our junior class all lives together. Something that a lot of teams don't have is the team chemistry off the ice that I think our Falcons do.
Well, and you see guys that grew up 7 to 10 hours away from Bowling Green. I mean, Martin, he is from Livonia, Michigan, which is roughly an hour 20, hour and a half away from Bowling Green, Ohio, if you look at it. But also, too, Marty's he's got some momentum under his belt, and that we've seen a lot in his career. Tri-State Spartans, AAA. He goes to Stevenson High. He puts some good numbers in the 25 games he plays there. So definitely Martin knows what he needs to do. He's got that charisma to him, and he's got that energy. But if Bowling Green can not only establish the game on offense, but if they can also take it to the defense and take it inside between the pipes, if he can be that cornerstone Bowling Green needs, they will have a very successful start, I believe.
Yeah, and a couple changes to the league this year for the Falcons. No more Kentucky, no more Cincinnati. Louisville, their D2 team moved up to Division I ACHA, and then their D3 team moved up. So we still will go to Louisville this year. They're on our schedule, and we will head to Louisville. And of course, next week, looking ahead, Michigan on the schedule. We will be broadcasting that game up at Yost, as well as the home game at the Slater Family Ice Arena.
Well, that's definitely a lot to look forward to, but let's take another look now at the starting lineups for both the teams. Let's start with the visiting Bowling Green Falcons. Mark Rudo is going to be our winger today at number 10, the senior captain, moving it as well. Number 22 at center for that starting line is going to be Anthony Higgins, a freshman, 5'11", just going out, business finance major, if you want to know what he's studying. And then let's take a look as well. Austin McMullen, the sophomore from Buffalo, New York, going to be the right winger here today to start it out. And then again, let's look at that number 15 moving along of Ted Scholze. We've talked about him a lot. Homecoming for him, the freshman who used to play for the Pittsburgh Vengeance AAA. We'll get a good look at it there. And then Aiden Grancia as well, the junior from Saline, Michigan, going to be moving it as well.
Yeah.
And then finally, let's look between the pipes. Riley Martin, the junior goaltender. And now let's take a look at the Ohio State Buckeyes for the number 11 that they will have Nick Berhalter, the junior. This is his second season, though, however, with the Ohio State Buckeyes. And then at that center, we're going to have number 12 of Sam Gaffney, the president of the club hockey team, a junior from Carnegie, Pennsylvania. And then also at that right wing, we're going to have number 21, Alex Ferraro, the sophomore from Buffalo as well. So we've seen a couple hometowns kind of show up again, Chip. And then that number 4 we're going to have as well of Tyler Gaffney from Carnegie, Pennsylvania as well. And then number 23, Brendan O'Rourke, a freshman, going to be making a start as well. So we've also seen that, Chip, a lot of freshmen making their starts and a lot of guys from somewhat similar hometowns. But let's wrap it up here. The junior from Collegeville, Pennsylvania, of Brandon Novobilski. He had a goals against average of 3.25 last season. We'll see if he's going to improve or increase or decrease. How about that? And we're going to see what a difference a year can make.
Yeah, something else. The goalie, you said Novo. What was it? Hold on one sec. That one. Novo Bliski. He only played 4 games last year. He was the backup to Ohio State's starter. He graduated, and then the backup this year, Seth Russell. He's from the Bowling Green area. He's from Findlay High. So not a lot of experience for the Buckeyes goaltenders compared to, say, the Falcon goaltenders, who have played a lot of games.
Well, right. That's partially why, Chip. You got to get that momentum on the net. You got to take those chances and get the shots. And, I mean, definitely going to have Seth Russell at backup. I mean, he was a practice squad last year, so he might get some momentum going, just see him in the lineup a bit. But Brandon going to have to go out. The junior, I mean, a save percentage of .929. I mean, that's kind of in the middle. It's not the greatest in the world that you've ever seen, but it's also not extremely horrible where you're like, this guy stinks. So he's got that good, happy medium. We're going to see what Ohio State can do on the defensive side here today.
Yeah, my player to watch actually is a guy that we haven't mentioned for the Falcons is Seth Gobble, the 6'5 freshman. Yes, I said 6'5. He's going to wear the number 29 for the Falcons. He'll be the second-line center. He'll center Ryan Hoover and Andrew Updike, two of our top leading goal scorers last year. Of course, Ryan Hoover frequent to the penalty box. Hopefully he straightens that out this year. My over-under for him is 1.5 penalties today.
Well, we'll have to take a look at that. And my player that I want to watch out for, we've mentioned him, it seems like 100 times already, but Ted Schulze, we're going to have to take a look at him, obviously from the area, looking for a big homecoming for the freshman. He's got that experience, though he has the credentials under his belt. It's just about time that he uses them as we get the game rolling here in the warm-ups.
Yeah, we'll step aside here for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have puck drop, no national anthems or starting lineups. We've gone over those starting lineups already with you, but after warm-ups, we'll head right into the game. We'll be right back with Falcon Hockey.
Go for it.
This month on the Rogers Report, aviation.
So tell me a little bit on why aviation.
So originally for my freshman year, I was a finance major, and I couldn't see myself working in an office forever. After a while, I noticed that I was really interested in aviation, and I was like, this is something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Tell me a little bit about your Bowling Green experience.
It's been a great experience. I love it here. I love working here at the Flight Center. The people here at Bowling Green State University are great.
What kind of career are you looking forward to?
Well, a career in the Air Force. My experience here in aviation as well as at Bgsu has helped me through that. So I'll be commissioning in December, and I'll be ready to go off to the Air Force.
How do I pull this out of the hangar?
There's a tow bar in the baggage compartment, and so we'll grab that, attach it to the nose wheel, and we'll pull her out.
Connor, you're co-oping this term, right? What does that look like?
So I'm a flight support here at Bowling Green Flight Center. So I'm just making sure the students are safe and happy with their flight, making sure that they get on time, get back safe, and just doing anything that I can do to help.
Tell me about flying out of Wood County Airport on a day like today.
It's busy. Our program is growing. Our students are really enjoying moving into aviation. The industry really needs pilots. So with demand high, we are very busy here. We operate just about 20 airplanes. We've got about 365 students right now in the program, and we fly from well before sunup to well after sundown.
So Catherine and I, we are going to go flying, aren't we? So let's go.
Here we go, sir. Power checks. Airspeed's alive. Rotate.
Falcon 1 has taken off.
Falcon traffic, Seminole 442 Bravo Golf, 3,000 feet.
All right, sir.
So Catherine, tell me a little bit about the students when they graduate from Bowling Green. What are some of those career paths they've taken?
So we have several specializations in aviation studies, and our students can find employment for the flight side. You know, it could be all the way out to a regional airline. It could be a corporate flight department. With our management specialization, students are out and doing internships to network. When they're here doing co-ops, they're able to make those connections, so when they leave, they can work in any capacity that might serve that airport. Bgsu Aviation has an amazing opportunity for our students because, you know, we offer them opportunities to get real-world flying while they're here in training, and so we will do extended cross-country flights. You know, many people will go on spring break. Our students will stay, and we could do training flights to Charleston, South Carolina, or Daytona Beach, Florida, using their aircraft and their instructor to perform real-world training and get that experience.
You know, on spring break, if they need someone to ride along with them, let me know, would you?
We will.
Okay. As you know, at Bowling Green, we are very focused on being a public university and making sure that we're serving and creating public good. And part of that is making sure we've got students who are meeting the workforce needs of our country and the world. So there is a demand for pilots right now.
There's a huge demand, and pretty much as fast as we can train them and produce a valuable pilot, they're already in gainful employment. All right, sir, we're going to start to practice our power off stall. Props forward, power to idle, power all the way back.
All the way back.
And let's go ahead and begin our stall. Increasing back pressure, hand up on the power levers. Full power, lower your nose. Good, back up to the horizon. Climbing back up to a safe altitude. Excellent, sir. How you doing?
Great.
What better way to start your day?
This is a great way to start the day.
Runway's made, power comes to idle. We're gonna keep looking down that runway, Rodney. Down the runway. Great job.
You made it.
Did a great job.
Thank you. Great flight instruction.
You know, in May 2018, we did our first Rogers Report. And during all of those Rogers Report, there's been one gentleman that has been behind the camera that has put this all together. And Joe is standing next to me right now. He is leaving WBGU for his next journey down in Nashville. Thank you so much for what you have done for the Rogers Reports. We are going to miss you. Will you come back and visit?
Anytime. Always happy to consult. Which, by the way, this is the perfect time. You don't mind if I use you as a reference, right?
Okay.
All right,
absolutely.
Good. That looks great on a resume.
And thank you, Joe, for all the work you've done for WBGU.
I appreciate it, sir.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And may I?
Yes.
We'll see you next month on the Rogers Report.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Chiller Easton. On a Friday night here, we welcome you. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Chip Creinin, and here we go. The Ohio State Buckeyes taking on the Bowling Green State University Falcons. We're here in warm-up around 3:52 left before we'll get the puck drop and everything going, but quite the game rolling along, Chip. The start of a season, really.
Yeah, it's a great start. Speaking of Columbus, of course, some guys that graduated a couple years ago in town, live here, came out to see the Falcons. Cole Ferry graduated a couple years ago. Jack Orrs, I don't know if he graduated, but he's here with Cole Ferry. They wanted a shout out. I'll give him the shout out. Back to you, Dan.
Well, absolutely. You know, a lot of people I'd like to shout out to. Grandparents that live in the Columbus area here tonight, as well as my Aunt Vern. I'd like to shout out y'all on the broadcast as well. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining us quite a drive, only a couple hours, so definitely some similarities here. They know each other pretty well. I mean, conference play, you get to kick it off going here, and then you get quite, without a doubt, Ohio State's biggest rival in Michigan next week with a home-and-home as well.
I mean, yeah. Something that Coach Harper's talked about, we didn't mention this in pregame, is one win last year, nothing can go worse than that. We're gonna have a better team this year. We're gonna do better. Just grind out hockey, know your role, play your role, and go from there.
Well, absolutely, and there's a level of professionalism here that these young men are really striving for so far this season. I mean, you see the intensity, when we're at practice, Chip, we see it a lot, just the intensity those guys bring, the communication, maybe it wasn't quite there in tryouts when they were doing it, but in just the span of 4 practices, you see that communication going up a ton, and they're working on it right now as well. Before when we were on break, they were doing some passes in the circle, so if you can know where that puck's going and you can predict it, and then you can also just jump right on top of it, a lot of good things are going to happen for the Falcons.
Yeah, and something else I want to mention is the depth that the Falcons have this year is much better than they had the last 2 years, in my opinion. Up front, you have a pretty solid top 9. That top line's going to carry, but the middle 6 is something to keep an eye on. I think it's one of the better middle 6s that the Falcons have had in the last couple of years.
Well, absolutely. A one-line hockey team is, if ever, going to succeed, so you definitely need that depth there. And, I mean, there's a strong line, out there, like Rudo and moving it along, like Higgins, and then just keeping it rolling. I mean, you got guys like that, and then McMullen as well. But if you can really get back into those other lines, I mean, Andrew Nelson's going to step up on D. We know that. Ryan Hoover's going to step up. And then also some freshmen as well we're going to see, like Bracken Buck on the defense is also going to be a man to step up. So it's not just like a one-man, two-man show. You can point the finger and say, he's going to do his job, he's going to do his job. And it's not just going to be a one-man show all night. Yeah,
and someone you didn't mention is our leading goal scorer last year was Andrew Updike. He's a second line guy with Ryan Hoover, who was second in the team in goals last year. So you got that top line there, but then your secondary scoring's right there behind it.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, Updike definitely, the Ann Arbor kid coming here, he's just going to have to play his heart out. And I mean, he's definitely got a great opportunity here. One of the upperclassmen now. He has moved from the, lower classman percentile. Now he's a junior, so a lot of work going to see him there as well. Definitely one of the stronger guys that we see on this team. I mean, looking at him, just might not have the height. He's 5'11", but he's got that weight. He's definitely willing to put a shoulder if he has to.
He can definitely bench me, that's for sure.
Well, what else is new? The 10 seconds will wind down. And ladies and gentlemen, Falcon hockey is about to begin.
I think it's going to be a good season. Like we mentioned, getting a good look right there at the back of Ronan McLaughlin. He'll wear the number 24 this year. New numbers for the Falcons, newcomers. We'll go over those again. You got in the lineup tonight, you got Bracken Buck. He'll wear number 5 on defense. Owen Bentley, number 8 on defense. Ted Scholze, we mentioned him in pregame. He'll wear number 15. He's also on defense. So 3 freshman defensemen in the lineup tonight. 1 junior and 2 sophomores. And then up front, you got Ryan Feeler-Johnson. We didn't mention him, but he's a freshman. He'll play on the third-line wing with C.J. Brown and Caleb Kiesel. C.J. Brown, of course, battled injuries last year. One of the better Falcons when he was dressed, in my opinion. And then Seth Gobble and Anthony Higgins, the only other 2 freshmen that are in the lineup. Oh, and then Bowden Stoller, the freshman from Lake High School. He's going to be the extra skater tonight. As I don't believe there's national anthem. So we'll just go right into puck drop.
Yeah, well, and let's get it going. I mean, you talked about Bowden a little bit. Good to see him. He played for Lake's hockey team. We saw him a lot when I was playing. I mean, he's from Defiance too, so he has to commute all that way out to be able to get here. So definitely some kudos to him. Feeler-Johnson as well. This will be his first hockey game in nearly a year and a half after he took off his senior season in playing. However, he is quite the athlete as well, a football player and cross-country athlete he was in high school as well. He's going to be on that right wing tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. Isn't that right, Chip?
Yes. It means I got to stand up, doesn't it?
That surely does. The boys are ready. And all it comes down to now, that number 22, Anthony Higgins, the freshman, he's going to be lining up for Ohio State. And now here we go. The Buckeyes going to have the puck down now on the right. Going to move it along. A quick shot there, almost again. That was the number 5 moving it for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Big block,
almost out of nowhere.
Big block there by the captain, Rudo. He came down from the right point on defense and ate a pretty nice pass from the slot off the pad of Riley Martin.
Yeah, good assist there indeed. Now the Ohio State moving it along. That's going to be Gaffney with the puck moving along. He goes into the right corner. 2 Falcons now on him, and that goes back again behind the net. Bowling Green being a little skeptical as where to go, but it looks like it'll be tipped right on it. A good one for Scholze to get a hold of it, but on Martin as well, and another shot off the net. And that'll be off the peg there. Great defense for Bowling Green. They are getting peppered early, but some good defense to not crumble under that pressure.
Yeah, tough first shift there for the Falcons. Won the draw back, defense just waited for it to come to them, and Ohio State gained possession, never left the zone. Good first shift for the Buckeyes, not the first shift for the Falcons they wanted to see.
Well, and now Gaffney to take that for Ohio State, and now the Falcons will have it in their own corner. Going to need something here, going to try to move it along. Patton almost got it, but now we're going to have Gaffney with the puck, moving it around, seeing where he wants to go. He's cut middle. No, he does not. He's getting guarded now there by the number 13 of Updike. And then it goes around again, and Patton with the puck. Going to try to clear it. Gets checked, not quite. That'll be
It's Gata.
Gata right in the zone there to have it.
Now it's Updike. Updike, nice pass over to Gobble. Gobble leads the rush. Gobble, he's taken down, nothing called.
Well, now looks like moving it there.
Yeah.
Hoover going to have it.
Good breakout there for the Buckeyes, leading the 3-on-2 rush. Good back check here by Updike, making it a 3-on-3 shot. Ooh, nice save there, Martin.
Well, good save, but that was quite the shot as well for the Ohio State Buckeyes that they're moving it around. Definitely not wasting any time trying to get back out there and get that momentum. I mean, definitely some momentum early. Here we'll go again. Face-off won by the Buckeyes and going to be taken over in that corner. The number 20 of Novotny going to need it, but now it's a little more pepper. Martin to stop it, and he was able to keep that in. It looks like we'll keep extracurriculars to a minimum. That is a good sign, Chip. You don't want to get into trouble too early.
Yeah, sorry, fixing the clock already as I messed up. Forgot to stop it.
Well, there's 18:14 on the game clock here in the first period, but now they'll move it along. Novotny moving up middle. He gets big hit by Feeler Johnson. Quite it back, and then a little more physicality goes into there again.
Yeah, knowing your role, Ryan Feeler Johnson, third line winger,
well,
lays the hit. Nice hit there.
And Granica to get the puck again. Kept in the zone as he's taken down, and then another momentum shift there, but will Bowling Green get it out of the zone? And they will. That will be the number 27 of Caleb Kiesel as he gets almost taken into the box, but now a bit of a line change. In Ohio State's of John Sisti going to have it, and he'll make the long ice pass that Ohio State will need. Now they're taking it on the right side, barely avoid the offside call, and looks like he's going to get sandwiched there. That was the number 6 of Hunter Corna for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
That was an elbow right in front of us. Our RFJ took an elbow right to the head.
Well, 17-20 now, moving it along. Number 5, Bracken Buck going to look for it. And now it's going back again for the Buckeyes. Going to need something here, cross ice. Intercepted, however, though, by the Falcons. Now looking for something again. Ohio State to get it at the mid-range. Going to look like they're going to have some action there from the long side. But that is stopped there. That's the number 26 of Michael Brogna for Ohio State. Now they'll need it again.
Good
a big
check here by Patton. Fourth line out there for the Falcons.
Well, big grinder there, getting a good one in, but now Ohio State using some speed. They're going on the far side, past JT Webb, inside, and just missed it. That was a pass attempted by Mancino, but not going through, and now they'll still keep it in the zone. Gaffney now with the puck, gets it into that corner. Now we'll have the number 26 of Brogna looking for it now, and he'll get taken down. But now right across, and the shot.
Oh, good stick lift
or I
there
guess
by
a pass
Scholze.
there. But Scholze looks like he was going to shoot it for a second and not quite. Now Ohio State still waiting for it, and another
nice
one
save.
peppered there on to Martin.
No one's there as it was Scholze throwing it into open space.
Well, now as that one is weighted around, trying to get it out there, and it will be a long pass to
JT Webb.
A connect. Webb looking for it here. He's going to chase out wide, almost gets caught up. And Rudo will have to go after him.
Oh, chance here for the Falcons going the other way. Higgins over to Rudo. Rudo on his backhand.
And so close, but you know what? He'll get it next time.
Higgins.
15-42 with Higgins now, but Ohio State will get it now in their own direction. Going up, and a big stick lift there for the Falcons. That number 19 of Austin McMullen. But now Ohio State will have it. Instead of going back to the D, they will roll down under and waiting for it. Ohio State now. Moving it along, goes up. Waiting to see where they're going to go with it. McMullen, though.
3-on-2 they go.
McMullen on the wide side, going to be choked up just a tad there by that number 22, it looks like, of Andrew Jacques. But that will be a field goal for the Ohio State Buckeyes. The captain, Matthew Dabrowski, to get that in the net his senior season. Looking strong so far for Ohio State. His third year with the club hockey team, originally from Cleveland. But here we go, Chip. We have wasted absolutely no time in these first 5 minutes. 5 seconds left until those 5 minutes are up. But now Ohio State will have the puck. Waiting for it again. The shot high. We'll still keep it in the zone. Going to keep it moving around.
Tipped in front.
And now Buck with the puck. Going to be moving along for it, and he will get that, and it's blocked.
Oh, Hoover, his cherry pick special.
But Hoover gets it up. The pass just missed. That was so close, however. Almost able to see something. Seth Gabel almost had it. 14:38 left here, as Ohio State definitely using some speed here early, as they'll need it again. And a big hit there by Hoover. Definitely needed it. No, looks like we have some momentum, extracurriculars.
Now it's
and
Falcons going away. It's Buck leading the rush. Updike. Falcons end of the shift. They'll head for a change now too. Third line out. Coach Harper, something we haven't mentioned, likes to roll all 4 lines here for the Falcons.
Well, absolutely. You got to share the workload, especially when you have a short time to recover. You're playing tomorrow. Now here we'll go again.
Good
Bentley
communication there
gets
by
it
Bentley
moving
and
out,
Schulze.
and then Schulze, and that'll be on Martin, and a bit of a tap there. And we might have a little extracurricular. I mean, that's not something you want to do, is mess around with the goaltender, but it looks like we'll keep it to a minimum there. 13:44 left in this first period.
Yeah, I mean, not a great start, not a bad start for the Falcons. I think they've had some good chances getting it out of the zone. I think Ohio State's definitely had more chances than the Falcons, but not a bad start.
Well, even then, but still, you're playing that defensive game that you desperately need. But here we'll go again. C.J. Brown now to be at center for your orange and brown. And now here we'll go again. Feeler Johnson now with the puck on the left side. He's taking it on up, and that's going to be a bit of a dump and chase action, and then goes, but past the net.
He's got to shoot that puck.
Yeah, he held on a little long, but it's all right. Bowling Green now has it in the offensive zone that they desperately need. The shot right into the chest. Bentley got a good attempt there. Will go right into the chest of that number 30 of Brandon Novobilski. So
that wasn't a very hard shot, and the goalie didn't hold on to it. So Falcons get some shots on net, get some traffic in front. Good things will happen.
Good things will happen indeed, and especially when you take that shot as a defenseman, you want to try to get it low in order to get some more chances. Now here we go, 13:21 and counting left. Ohio State going to take the high road here. They're not going right away. They're going to try to spread the play out. Now they'll go on the far side of our broadcast, and here they go. Great defense there, however, by the number 7 of Andrew Nelson. And now Bowling Green has a chance here. That'll be the number 23 of C.J. Brown. He'll get it up in a bit of a chase now. Caleb Kiesel with a close one. But now the Ohio State Buckeyes will have it back in there. Now they're around center ice, going back again and waiting for it here. Some Falcons to get right on with the pressure and going to try for it. Now J.T. Webb to chase.
Bowden Stoller out there with this 4th line instead of Patton, so it's Webb, McLaughlin, and Stoller.
And
nice play there by Nelson, delaying.
Nelson and Webb there getting a little low and going to try for it, and that's off the ref, but also moving in front, and then there's a trip but we won't see
Nothing
anything
called.
so far. Nothing called. And the
Nice
number
pass
24 there, a good pass of McLaughlin, worn last year by Anderson Parker. Now McLaughlin to wear that 24. And here we go, 12:26 and counting left.
Ooh, Stoller.
Stoller now to get it
Over
over. McLaughlin on net, and not much to go from that. But here they go again, the back check to be needed for Bowling Green, and they'll try for it. The wide shot there by the number 26 of Ohio State, Michael Brogna. And so now here we go again, waiting for it in that corner. Buck, Brogna, Webb. The two, hard to tell who that other Buckeye was in there, but it was a 2-on-2 action in that corner. And definitely able to keep it in, though. That's the number 20 for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
What a save,
and a save
Martin.
by Martin. As they're fighting for it a bit in the extracurriculars, we've seen a little bit of it, Chip, and that kind of just got a little more heated than normal.
Yeah, that pass got behind Gata, got under him, and then one-on-one, as we'll take a look here on the replay, as he got through Buckeye all alone in front.
Well, I think it was that little shove that kind of made Martin a little unhappy there, but that is the number one unwritten rule. You do not mess with the goaltender. But here we go again. Looks like we'll have a good one there. The number 22 of Higgins to have that, and here he'll go again. He'll get it out of the zone at least. Now we're in the neutral zone. Cross pass there, and now Bentley with the puck. Goes back a little further. Granica to ice it, and the whistle will blow.
Higgins could have easily got there. I think he didn't know that it's first to the dot, not it's no touch anymore. He's not in high school. Forgot that.
Well, and it's a big adjustment, though, that you need. I mean, in general, from high school to here. And one of the big differences is you're playing 20-minute periods. That's definitely going to be a toll on you. But here we go. Higgins to take another face-off. Bentley to be able to tie him up a bit. And now here they go again. The Falcons to need something, but Ohio State has it behind the net. That's that number 17 of Dabrowski trying to move it around and then back for it again. And just playing the mind games here, Ohio State going to try to go all the way around, and eventually we'll lose it, and now we have it going the other direction. But a good one there. Pass almost intercepted. Bentley able to get it out, however. But now they will go back again. That might be a hook.
That was a clear penalty. I think that was probably McMullen.
Stays uncalled, however, as it's tipped there by Bentley into the net right in front of us. So there you'll have it, 10:45 to go. So we've played half of this first period, Chip, and I'll tell you what, it has been intense, and it has been a lot of offensive pressure so far, but also a lot of positivity with Bowling Green.
Yeah, I think the Falcons have come to play here, and I think Riley Martin's done a nice job in between the pipes here as the Falcons get the puck off the draw. That'll be Updike.
And Updike to Hoover. Hoover going to be across that red line. He'll dump it in. Now waiting for it again in that corner. Needing something here.
Schulze.
Now a 3-on-2 action. Bowling Green has it in their favor, but now Ohio State going to take advantage of that, and they'll go on the far side. That's a cross, and that will just be wide and missed. That's Gaffney there with it. But now
Gobble, that long reach almost poked it free.
Well, Sherman had it on the defense and a high one, but now it's down low, and Martin going to just get to cover it quick. A good eye there by Martin, almost lost it, but no, he will get a grab of it.
Yeah, I think it's Falcons are doing a nice job having Riley Martin being able to see the puck. Ohio State's doing a really nice job also of getting the puck back to the point. So the Falcons need to be careful there, collapsing too low. Tipped in front, off the shoulder of Martin and just wide. Good chance there for the Buckeyes. Off the stick and now Hoover over the net. Buckeyes like to cycle it low. Gobble, nice job cornering his man off.
Well, and here you have it. Just going to go right back in as Yurko. Now the Buckeyes, a shot going to go, but that'll just be wide across, off a skate, and looking for it in the fight. Almost.
What a save
What
by
a
Martin.
stop there by Marty.
As I think the Buckeyes will get a penalty here for holding Hoover's stick, and they will. And Falcons to the power play.
And that'll be their first power play of the season, penalty kill for Ohio State. Now let's think about it a little bit more, though, here, Chip. Now, if we see pressure for Ohio State, obviously they're going to start in their own zone. They can ice it whenever they can, so we're going to see if they'll take advantage of that, but it looks like we're going to have Rudo out there as well.
It's the number 1 unit, number 1 power play unit. I thought the number 2 unit looked really well in practice. They were scoring goal after goal in the end zone times, but number 1 unit has a good breakout here. We'll see it if the puck ends up getting cleared.
Well, we'll see if it could connect here. 9:33 left.
It's Gobble, Higgins, Rudo, Granica.
As that goes up, Rudo, good move, gets the shot low, and in the Ohio State crease almost, but not quite. Now fighting for it in that far corner. Rudo up at the left defenseman spot there, going to be fighting for it, and it's not, and it will actually get past him so close. But now Granica has the puck deep in their own territory, but Ohio State seems to be backing off, giving him some room, so Granica will take it, and he'll get the pass off now. Higgins to look for something. Is he going to dump?
Oh,
no,
nice
he
pass.
won't. Beautiful pass there. Not quite able to connect, though, taken away for Ohio State. They will get good favor with that. Willick to make the stop.
McMullen and Higgins now down low battling.
Fighting for it here, waiting for something. Sisti now with the puck for Ohio State, but now Bowling Green will be able to recover for it, and we wait. Bowling Green just moving the puck along well. Rudo now to have it on his twig and up high. Just tipped just a tad there. Here we go again. And they will clear it. Granica now to get the puck with 8:20 left in the period. He'll get some more pressure this time than we saw, but Rudo now with the puck. Tries to get it past, and Rudo going to skate a little bit. Tries to get it to Granica, but not quite. Hoover tried to get a pass over the shot wide, but Higgins to use some wheels there to get it right back in.
Yeah, Brown. Scholze, he'll man the point on this second unit.
And so there you have it. Scholze now with the puck. Updike to go. Back to Scholze again as he'll dump it.
There goes C.J. Brown for it. Got it. Gets it there. Oh, Falcons are set up here. Updike.
Waiting for it. Wide shot. Waits for it, and that's just wide.
Missed.
And now a big dump right off the penalty. Going to go for it. Ohio State definitely using some momentum there to wait for it.
Good play there. Kiesel and Hoover 2-on-2 the other way.
Well, now we'll see it. Kiesel has that left. Hoover almost got a hold of it, but now Ohio State will have it in their own direction. And here they go again. Wide, waiting for the shot, and that's going to just go. And does he have it? And it's covered by Martin. Dabrowski tried to get that one in. Looks like he almost could have had it for a moment, but no, that was under Martin's pads. I don't know where I got Hoover from, but now 7:08 remains. How about that, Chip?
Yeah, I think that was a good power play for the Falcons. Got some good chances. They're talking about this, if this was a goal or not.
From where it looked, it did not, especially since it was more kind of in the center, and Martin wouldn't have time to knock it out. But if anything, it would have gone off his pad and then just bounced right back out, but we'll see.
Yep, face off inside. Yes, Leo, the broadcast is okay.
Well, the win for Ohio State, they'll take it right back to the defense and going for it along here. Norvatny has it. He's been moving around. He started out kind of on the right and a wide left shot with Bowden now to have the puck as he'll get knocked by that Norvatny, but Webb got the hold of it there for Bowling Green to now get it into the offensive zone. He'll go for a bit of a hit. And now Ohio State will have some room. They're going to move the puck back then forward.
Great breakout there for the Buckeyes.
And a good breakout and then off and no. And looks like the net might be off, but Ohio State's still going to be playing. They're going to be moving it around, try to get it tipped and no. And that might go in and no goal.
Oh,
and what a stop for Martin. Beautiful there, Ohio State moving it. Norvatny with the shot and not quite.
Bentley with the block.
Norvatny not going to succeed there. Here you go again. Ohio State keeping it in their own zone. Patton there able to clear it. 6 minutes remaining, and we'll have the ice there. Let the Falcons get some breath.
But they can't change. That's another big difference between high school and college. You can't change on an icing.
Well, and you are the away team here, so I mean, Ohio State gets priority too since they are the home team to change. But here we go, Patton at that center.
Patton wins it back. Big win there.
As Bentley will try to get it moving. Bowden to try it, and then back again. Webb, does he dump it? And not quite, but now the Buckeyes now going to have it on their side. To move it up, and a good interception there by McMullen for the Falcons. Off Martin
Tipped
again.
in front. McMullen fresh off the bench.
Wasting absolutely no time. Bentley looks like he'll go in and tries to get a hit. Not quite able, but takes his momentum off a bit. Ohio State tries to get off the rebounder there,
Just
and they will
fumbled
not.
wide.
But now Rudo going to get a good bounce off there. Forces Ohio State to go back. Gaffney now with the puck, gets it over, and waiting again now. And so they'll go back again. Bentley rolling it, and then Rudo now going to have one. Rudo on a 2-on-1, the shot wide high. He'll get it next time. But 5:04 remaining here. Ohio State moving the puck around really well so far today. We'll see if they keep that up. Rudo going to get that down as we head it down in the other direction. Buck now with it. Going to try to use some momentum here. He's got daylight. Buck going all the way. Does he have it?
Oh.
And now he's got 3 Buckeyes on him.
Higgins
going to be trying to step in, but here they'll go again. Going to step off. Now Rudo able to recover it back again and throw it up, and now here they have it.
Kiesel. Ohio State throwing it around. Rudo lost the puck. Tried to get it into shooting position, couldn't get there.
Well, now Ohio State to move it back again. Shot whiffed, as we saw it from Ohio State. Now they'll have it again in the corner, waiting for it. Going to try again a bit some more. But now the wide shot, and that will be tipped. So the shot from the number 22 there of Jacques. And then it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that number 17 of Dabrowski tried to get a tip on it, but it ends up going right into the pad of Riley Martin.
Yeah, good first period here for the Falcons. 4:04 left. First big odd man rush was done by the Falcons. They missed the net. Now it's Kiesel going the other way. Oh, that's going to be a power play upcoming for the Falcons here. As Ohio State is going to be probably called for a charge as he got hit and he flung himself into his own bench.
Well, definitely tried the momentum there. Not quite honestly, why we love the game of hockey. Yeah.
Hey.
Let's take a look at that again on the broadcast, and wow.
Oh,
yeah, just
right
got
to
knocked.
the head of Caleb Kiesel.
Well, welcome to the show, I suppose, but here we go. And Kiesel, the sophomore, as well. But now we'll get some discussion going. 3:52 left here. Maybe a little.
It's going to be a 2-minute minor.
They will rule it a 2-minute minor. That's going to be on Andrew Jacques, the senior defenseman for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So now Hoover going to be back for the orange and brown to take that face-off. And Ohio State wastes absolutely no time. They'll get a clear there. And here they'll have it again. Where's Martin going to throw the puck? He'll just take it with his backhand. And now we'll roll on roller coaster Kiesel. Now with the puck going for it again. He goes on that left side where there's a lot, but he'll get a good dump and chase action here. And now forces Ohio State to kind of retreat. In the corner there for the Buckeyes will be the number 20 of Novotny with 3:23 left in the period. But now waiting for it back again. Hoover going to be chasing. But now he'll get some help as well. Brown going in, that number 23, and then Martin as well to stop it behind the net. And now here we'll roll again. Updike now with the puck. Do it for Ezekiel, folks. Let's try for it. Now again, and Brown now with the puck. 3 minutes and 3 seconds remaining, and then a dump there by the number 15 for Bowling Green of Scholze.
Scholze's shot tipped in front, loose in front,
Waiting
still
for it,
loose.
and is that in? And no! No, but that was close. Bowling Green with
Scholze
2:47.
calls for it, gets it.
And Scholze at the high. They'll say he's not offside, so now Scholze had it and then saw it on that side. Goes to the McMullen.
Now Brown, Updike. Updike, his shot blocked in front. Hoover drawing some traffic in front.
And now we'll wait again for it. 2:20 left in the period, waiting again.
Missed the net. Updike's tired.
Well, and who can blame him? He's definitely been using all the energy he has so far, but that one goes back again to Granica, who goes far, and it's tipped, but they'll say he's not offsides, which is a good sign. Bowling Green can keep the momentum behind, and not quite. So now Ohio State gets a good rush there off the stick, and now they go 1-2-on-1. Ohio State, and that one off the pad of Martin.
Now another 2-on-1. Rudo lost
and
the
so
puck.
Now they'll try it, and goes in, and the net to go off for the third time. And so we've seen some pretty loose pegs so far here. I mean, what do you think of that, Chip?
Yeah, no, it's hockey. That's what I think. Cameraman Jack Kleinau liked that comment.
Well, puck drop there, and here you go for it again. A good clear, almost for the Falcons, but now we're going to try it, and now it will go through.
In front. So we're back to even strength.
And back again. Bowling Green got their second power play of the day. Minute and a half left in the period. And so now here we go again. Ohio State stays on sides. The pass through, and he's in it, and that's a goal. That number 17 for Ohio State just gets that through. Matthew Dabrowski, the captain senior, gets that, and we are at a 1-0 game. Looks like a bit of goaltender interference, but you know what? We're not going to seem to have a discussion. That is a difficult one. You play with them throughout most of it and just get a bit of an unlucky bounce in Ohio State to take the lead here early on.
Yeah, late in this first period, giveaway there for the Falcons. 2 giveaways, and they couldn't keep the puck in.
Well, we'll have a lot to talk about in the intermission coming up, but now Ohio State going to wait back for it again. Bentley to kind of stop the momentum, but now they try it and go for it. And that is wide right for Ohio State as they waited for it again and then tries to go. Getting it close to the net, but not quite on. But now Ohio State going to go cross ice, and the shot
another big
there
save.
Off the hand as well. Gaffney almost got his own rebound. But now we will keep it rolling here, folks.
Under a minute to play.
And now that's off. Into the corner now again, waiting for it.
C.J. Brown just gets it out.
And who can blame them? 39.7 seconds here. The Falcons definitely gassed. Now you're going to be more worried about just kind of just playing some heavy defense here and just keep it a 1-goal game as you go into the second period.
Yeah. It'll be Brown lost the draw. Ohio State shot will go. Pad save there, Martin.
And
now Bentley.
Bentley to have it, and there you go again.
Here's a chance here going for the other way for the Falcons. Ryan Feeler-Johnson, his shot will go wide. Kiesel.
Going to need it. Kiesel as well, but now here you go again. Ohio State with 20 seconds moves the puck. Waiting back for it again. And Gaffney now with it, but now Bowling Green with Bracken Buck gets it across the whiff pass. So close there. Less than 10 seconds remain. Bentley going to be taking it into the corner. But now it's going to go around a bit and then tries to get it intercepted, though, by the Falcons as it ends up. Feeler-Johnson there to get a good interception, as that will be our first period.
Yeah, I think not a bad period for the Falcons. A little letdown there in the end. A couple turnovers in the D zone cost a goal there. Shot totals for the period: 21-8 in favor of the Buckeyes.
Oh.
Something that Coach Harper wanted to say was shots are going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen, especially but our strong goaltending can do the job. And Riley Martin, 20 for 21 on saves, coming up for the task.
Absolutely. You know, the scoreboard might not say it, but Martin had a phenomenal period. Playing his heart out there for the orange and brown Martin. I mean, definitely. The junior got some experience under his belt, really needed it. I mean, he had a .869 save percentage last season. He has a high career high of .925, I mean, when he was back with Tri-State. But really, the Zamboni will be out, and looks like we'll have around a 13-minute break here before we get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, and we'll step aside here for a quick break. When we come back, Dan will do an intermission report, and then we'll be back with second period action right here on YouTube.
And welcome back to the intermission report here for the first intermission. I'm Dan Ridenour joining you. Quite a game so far. Ohio State jumping to a early offensive start that we see here. 21 shots on goal so far in the first period alone. Bowling Green has notched 8, only 1 goal so far for the Ohio State Buckeyes. That came on their Riley Martin in net also for BGSU. We've seen quite a bit of action from him. Able to get 20 saves so far. Pretty good if I do say so myself so far. Obviously Bowling Green getting peppered here early, getting some roster things figured out here as well for the first game with the Ohio State Buckeyes. We do not have a name for number 5. We are figuring that out now as well. If you've seen him on the broadcast going up and down the ice, he has been quite a momentum changer here for Ohio State. Let me take a look though at Bowling Green. Some guys we've seen step up. We knew Ted Scholze was going to. He did as well. Seen a lot of action as well from Updike and Hoover, both on that wing, just needing it as well. Updike led the Falcons last year in in goals, if I'm not mistaken. So you take a look at that. You take a look at what you need to do. Bowling Green so far really needing to get that momentum back in their favor. Really played head-to-head with them. And then you got that one fluke goal kind of in the last 2 minutes of the period. Really unfortunate there, but definitely nowhere near over, if I do say so myself. Bowling Green has 2 more periods of hockey to play. They really need to just go out there and give it their all. And we're definitely going to see that. I mean, we've seen a lot of momentum, if I do say so myself. Bowling Green had 2 good chances, if I do say so, for an opportunity. 2 power plays so far. Ohio State has been on the penalty kill twice, has been able to kill it both times. Their main goal as well, once they get it in their zone, they get it right back out, and they're able to do that and pepper Martin a little bit. But really, they know when they need to kind of spread out, and they know when they need to attack. That's what Ohio State's been for their number 1 strength so far, is just knowing when it's the right time for things, and really seeing that as a lot as well. Bowling Green has been the defensive team, though, as well. We've seen, we saw Scholze and Granica starting on defense for Bowling Green. But we also see a lot of other defensemen here as well that the Orange and Brown have needed to step up. I mean, Carter Gata has done his best so far today. I mean, Owen Bentley definitely taking a couple of hits here and there. We saw that a lot as well. Ted Scholze, as I mentioned, Aiden Granica as well. Let me just get a quick shout out as well. Austin McMullen on that right wing, starting out strong and early. Definitely needed it on that on that line there. I mean, starting on the first line, never easy, especially in this game of hockey. But the defensive side has had to step up, and forwards have been having to play their part. I mean, we saw, if you remember, Mark Rudo was playing on that left defenseman spot earlier as well. So we saw that. We saw guys, Hoover stepping up, Bracken Buck as well. The Toledo man went to St. John's Jesuit. We saw him as well be able to make some moves and try to get the puck up and then get some passes. So far it's been defense first, if I do say so myself, for the Bowling Green Falcons, and a lot is yet to come that we're going to see as well. So far, for now, we will try to get this rolling and try to get the momentum back in our favor. Anything could happen too if I do say so myself. Bowling Green here needs to get back in their game. They need to get back in action, and they need to get chances on offense. They know what they're capable of, and they know what needs to happen in order to get things through. So if we just are able to see if we're able to see good opposition here on defense that's able to transition to the offense, the sky's the limit for Bowling Green. I mean, the last time these two teams played, it was an 8-1 loss in Slater family, which we will be there tomorrow night. But here you go. I mean, getting it back and rolling. Ohio State going to have to go out there and keep what they're doing. Bowling Green, you need to build on that. I mean, kind of like what we talked about with those keys to the game, if you remember. It's a new year and it's a new team, and they're definitely seeing that. They didn't fold until the last, 2 minutes of that period, and so they were able to get some good momentum there so far, and we're going to see more. We're going to see more of that, but beyond that as well, shoot the puck. We haven't seen enough of that, only 8 shots so far, but that's really been to Ohio State being the ones putting on that pressure, as well as just being able to have a good defense that isn't going to attack, play a little more conservative there that we have seen. So you just got to shoot the puck more. You got to try to get it on net. You only had 8 shots on goal. Let's try to get at least 15 here in the second period. See if one of those can go in on the Ohio State goaltending. And then we talked about as well in those first 5 minutes, and I will tell you, those were an explosive 5 minutes from both teams, ready to come out there. We didn't see any lollygagging, no coasting. It was straight to the point, and it was with everything you got in those first 5 minutes. And they really do count. I mean, both teams went back and forth at it again and again, and we saw that a lot in the first 5 minutes of play. And so, I mean, that's kind of my recap, you know, with those 3 keys to the game and everything like that. So we're going to try to take a break here, get back into the action. And welcome back, everybody, to the second period here live on BGSU Club Hockey. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined by Chip Creinin, and here we go. Bowling Green so far with only 8 shots on net, only down 1-0. 20 saves so far by the BGSU goaltender and Riley Martin. But here we go, Chip. A clean slate here. Let's get this one going, boys.
Yeah, first I want to shout out a couple old clubbers in the chat today. Trey Zeeble, happy graduation. Nice, how's the first big boy job going? And Hayden Klingman, got to boo you here because you now go to Ohio State, so you're not welcome in this chat right now.
Well, definitely a lot to look forward to. The best is yet to come, if I do say so myself. Looks like we're going to have that line of Mark Rudo going out as well with Austin McMullen and that number 22 at center, none other than Anthony Higgins to get it rolling. And then that defensive pairing that we saw as well in Austin Scholze and Aiden Granica as well. So looks like we're going to see it. And then for the Buckeyes, they're going to have the number 10 of Mancino at center. And here you go back again. Ohio State forcing it into the Bowling Green zone. Granica gets it to Rudo. It's tipped, and they're going to say no icing there. And here we go back at it again. Ohio State going to be playing heavy, but a good hand there to keep it in. Scholze, the high puck, just goes wide to the left, and now they're playing it back again a little more. And Ohio State has it behind their net.
Here goes Higgins on the forecheck. Another glove down there by Scholze. And now it's 3-on-2 the other way for the Buckeyes.
And Ohio State gives their pressure, but that's going to be a good tip for the Falcons, and that will go up high into the net. And here you have it. Waiting again. 32 seconds gone just like that for Bowling Green. So now let's try to get some more momentum here. Same lines, it appears, for Ohio State. Bowling Green to change a little bit, but now Hoover tries to get it out. That will not be successful. And so now they'll wait along again. 19:20 remaining in the second period, so now they wait and they go. The Buckeyes now with it. Waiting back again, forcing it in their own, and then Hoover now gets the puck, and he's going to get it off. And an ice there. Looks like he might just be a tad tired. And that's going to go right back into the Bowling Green defensive zone.
Yeah, sorry, I had to cough there. I think the Buckeyes could have easily touched that puck, so icing should have been waved off. As taking another look at that, Hoover will be gobbling for the draw. Here come all the old clubbers in the chat, including Alex Erickson.
Well, now we wait for it again. Ohio State takes it up high, and then they go wide. Almost a shot attempt there wide to the left by that number 9 of Yurko, and now they have it. Bowling Green getting a little pressure here, but now it looks we'll have it in the neutral zone. Ohio State moving it and then goes, and Hoover tries to lay the boom there, and not quite, and almost an inadvertent assist there by Updike, and then that goes along as well. 18:30 and counting remaining, as now Ohio State now with the puck in their offensive zone, waiting for it. Looks like a bit of a tip there. Hoover to have it, Hoover to get it over.
Hoover's got to move the feet.
What a tip there for Ohio State by Yurko to get it back, and then we'll just see it going right into the other zone, and now Ohio State to have it, just going to hold it behind the net. And so looking for a pass there is Sherman. Now he gets it moving. Looks like that icing going to be waved off, so Scholze going into the corner for that puck. He gets taken down, though, by Ohio State. Now 17:50 left in the second period. Here you have it, and then looks like they'll try to get it, and then Martin stands tall, though, off that shot.
Nice soak there by Riley Martin, and so get a good look at him on camera. The Falcon Jr.
Well, just needing to get that momentum, and here we'll have it again. 17:45 now.
Face-off one there by the Falcons. Can't get it out, though. Bentley delivers the hit behind the net.
Well, getting close, but not quite what you want. Now here you wait again. 17:34 now, waiting as Ohio State has it. Gets it back and low, and they're going to try the shot for it and going to move it along just a bit more. And now Bentley going to try to clear it, but it'll go up high to that 20 there of Ohio State and Novotny. But now they'll move it along again, and a good clear. The Falcons now having it. Kiesel moving in the feet and not quite. Trying to communicate a little bit there. Brown went right into his feet.
Caleb just needs to shoot that puck, does Kiesel. As that's something Coach said in the locker room, is just shoot the puck.
Well, now
Ohio State shot gets blocked.
3 minutes.
Kiesel again.
3 minutes have elapsed. Here you wait again. The Buckeyes to have the puck, waiting. The pass just to go a little bit outside, and now they're waiting for it more. Able to keep it in the zone off a skate, and almost going it. But good patience there by Ohio State to work with it. Sisti now with the puck. He's on that left side getting chased by Patton, but he's able to get it out. Looking wide in Ohio State. Not really Brogna there. Got blocks by Bracken Buck, and now heavy pressure by the Falcons. That looks like Bowden there, that number 25 coming out for that line. And now Patton going to be using some of his wheels there. And now Gaffney now with the puck down low.
Good forecheck again by Patton.
Fighting for it. Bowling Green, a good block though by Ohio State. Keeps it in their own zone. Brogna was the one to block that one. And now Patton looking for it. He'll fall down, but it's kept in the zone by the Falcons.
Good shift here for the fourth line for the Falcons. And it's behind the net. Ronan McLaughlin.
Going to have to be playing some
Gets the
catch-up.
puck.
He'll get it.
Shot
And
goes
on
safe,
net,
still
and then
loose.
that will just be loose. So close of an opportunity. Nobiliski almost gave that one up, but he will not. So now we have 15:43 Chip left in our second period.
Top line out for the Falcons against the top line for the Buckeyes. Higgins lost the draw. McMullen has it in his feet.
Waiting
Finds
for it
in
up high.
Rudo.
Rudo almost.
Oh, can't get it.
But a tip, and now Ohio State has it moving in their own direction. Going on wide now is Dabrowski. He'll get a shot up high off the left as the ref falls down.
Took a tumble.
Big shot there on that left corner, not going through, and now we'll keep it moving along again. Ohio State looks like they'll get some more chances here as well as that one to go into the corner. And so you have it. Looking in that right side now, waiting. As we will have an icing call there approaching with now close to 5 minutes down in the second period, so a fourth of the way there. Kind of seeing a lot of what we saw earlier, you know, in that first period.
Yeah, good. Another shout out going to be heard. Here's Justin Chicatano, a former Falcon broadcaster in the chat.
And now Ohio State has it, waiting for it back again. The 1-T off the blocker of Riley Martin, going to go out wide. Standing as the stone wall here today. And so now they'll wait for it off, and that's a tip close.
Tip high.
Menchino there to one to have it, and now here you wait again. Rudo going to be going up high, but now Bowling Green playing some more defense. Ohio State showing the same pressure that we've seen
big hit McMullen.
As he'll be on it, and he'll have it.
One-on-one.
Now a 1-on-2 as he's knocked.
High. That is high.
And yeah, that's going to be a bit high, almost out of nowhere. I'm surprised Rudo didn't go in there with some extracurriculars, or we didn't see anything like that. But I think more that's you got to worry about your guy. That,
as I'm looking at the replay,
that was
a high hit.
Was pretty high. It did look that way. Rudo looks like he's going to be talking about that one, and rightfully so. We saw a helmet fall off. Was a Buckeye helmet, however.
Taking a look here. Face-off will come back inside.
Well, they will rule it since the whistle was blown in the offensive zone for Bowling Green. They will have it there. But now Bowling Green gets it back again. Hoover able to have it on his stick. Going to have to be forced wide and almost.
Keeps it with him.
Sisti tried to take it. Hoover on net and knocked again away off the skate of Sisti into the corner. Now Ohio State going to be moving it. That's Novotny to have it. He goes right. He tries to do some fancy, but it'll be taken by Bentley now. 14 minutes remain in the period. And so now they go back again.
Updike.
Uppy gonna try for it. He's a wide shot, and that goes out of the zone. But now Bentley to recover. He's in around the neutral zone. He'll go to the far side. Updike
Gobble.
almost got a hand of it there, and then Hoover.
Hoover
Hoover gets slashed with some extracurriculars, and we knew it was inevitable, Chip.
There's
saw
a Hoover draw.
Well, from what it sounds like, Chip, this is not the first time that has happened.
No, not even close.
And another thing that will not be a first time for this game, that will be the third penalty by the Ohio State Buckeyes, their third penalty kill in the third power play for BGSU. Third time's a charm, Chip. That better happen now.
Yes. Falcons send out their top unit. It'll be Higgins to take the draw. Out there with Gobble, McMullen, Rudo, and Granica.
And so now they
Puck
wait
comes
for
back
it.
to Rudo.
Gets it in that corner, going to wait for it and going to try for it. They're going to spread it out a bit to Rudo. Back down low, waiting for it. Rudo will get it again.
McMullen wants it, you can tell.
And he goes, and that's a
off
high
the-
shot.
That was Higgins.
But now Granica goes down, and then he gets it back up.
shoot it,
Rudo
Rudo.
with it to Granica. Back low again. The 1T almost worked.
Whiffed on it. He whiffed.
It was close, though, and that'll hit the ceiling. We'll have a whistle. Since it was cleared from
And it
the
went off
offensive
of an Ohio
zone.
State guy. Face-off should be inside.
Exactly. We will see if it happens. 13:09 to go right now. Looks like our clock is standing on business right now. We're set with that. So here you go. They'll roll it from center ice. And now that will go back again. And the fight continues. A good clear there by Ohio State on the penalty kill. We'll see that again as we have seen earlier. Granica now holding on behind the net, waiting for the play to come to him. And here he'll go. And just going to look back. Thought he was going to go and pass, but went back to Rudo and then tried to get some momentum there. But now Ohio State now on a 2-on-2 situation. Some Falcons to back check, however. And now they'll have it again, and they force it out into the neutral zone. And Ohio State will have to regroup. As that will be cleared there and off the stick. Going to wait for it. Novotny to have that one. As now they're fighting for it down there. McLaughlin now goes in around. And the Falcons using some momentum here. That goes through center ice, definitely. Not wasting any time. Granica looking for a shot on net, but it's blocked. However, by that number 22 of Andrew Jacques by Ohio State, as some Falcons will change. As the puck goes along now, Austin McMullen.
Power play.
Gonna need it in the power play. Definitely starting to wind down for Bowling Green.
Here we go. Nice pass there. Breakout here. It's
Higgins now gets it back to Hoover. Hoover, the shot, and that's high. And a bit of a tip there, but another opportunity. Hoover gets the shot on net. They're definitely peppering. They're not going to waste any time here. Hoover gets the puck again. 3 seconds left, and the shot, and that's wide again. But now you wait for it. Hoover has it in his feet, looking around, going to try to
He
just.
scores. That's in. No, it's not.
No, it's close, but the net's off, and looks like Hoover's on top.
Hoover doing Hoover stuff.
Well, Hoover looks like he's on top of Nobiliski, the Ohio State goaltender. I don't think that was intentional, but no extracurriculars, knock on wood, so far from that one. As the Falcons will change.
Good chance there for the Falcons.
So a bit of a breather, and now here you'll go again. Waiting for it back along.
C.J. Brown to take the draw.
So we'll have C.J. Brown. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a lineup here. RFJ going to be right by him. As some discussion by Bentley. He's going to be at that right-hand position. Bracken Buck going to be in the left defenseman spot. 2 targets we could see, especially Buck, to go out high for that shot. If you get a good low shot from up high, anything could happen, but Ohio State wins the draw. Bowling Green gets it back.
Buck.
Bracken now with the puck just chooses to dump it. And so now we'll wait for it back again.
Now it's C.J. Brown.
Brown with the puck goes up to Buck, and that's going to be off his stick. And keeps it in the zone, though, however. Feeler Johnson able to also just add some insurance onto that. Into the corner now, they fight for it. As Brown will have the puck again, back to Buck. As he will dump it Waiting along now, trying to get it in. 2 Falcons now against 2 Buckeyes waiting for it. Goes back up to Buck. Buck to get the shot on net and
shot.
in. And a good one there from that high one. A little too high, but all is well. You got that shot on net that you desperately needed. Brandon Noboliski to get the stop there.
Yeah, good shift there for the Falcons. Good cycling. Get the puck down low, get it back up high, get the shot. The puck down low, get the puck up high, shot. What the Falcons want to see.
Well, and so far they're getting it on net, no goals. It makes no sense, I'll tell you what. Here they go again. Bowling Green to wait for it and going to need it. And a tip, off to the left.
Off of Webb.
And close. And now going to have to try to keep it in, and a bit of a assist there. Now the Buckeyes going to wait for it again, looking for it. Webb almost gets a hand on it, but not quite. And now that'll be in the corner. Ohio State moving the puck around a little bit again. And so now they'll have it going wide, going down low. 10-17 remaining, and now JT Webb will have the puck. But that's going to be
nice hit
from behind.
That was Patton with the hit.
No hand is raised. Looks like it was a little behind. Who knows?
Good
Nothing called.
Patton
Now fighting, using his big body there to try to get something going. But now we go the other direction.
4th line out for the Falcons.
Well, and they'll need to get something here. 9:50 and counting left in this period. So here they go again.
Oh, nice save, Martin.
And Martin, now Webb going to try to fight for it up there, and not quite. It goes back down into the zone. Looks like there's 2 Falcons there and only 1 Buckeye in that corner. And so we will have 9:35 to stop, and looks like Bowling Green will get a line change here, get their first line out, and so will the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Doobie. If you have 1 year eligibility, why didn't you play? It'll be, score still 1-0 Buckeyes. Falcons have had some good chances here.
Absolutely, definitely.
Saying they can't change.
Bowling Green cannot change, or Ohio State cannot change?
Not sure.
I believe this.
Well, yeah, it's the thing the Falcons can't change because the Falcons put it on into their own bench.
I mean, that is possible. Yeah, they will.
Or into the.
But even then, in a situation like this isn't a complete loss for Bowling Green, because even getting those 20 seconds or whatever they had, to try to get a quick breather, I mean, that's what you really need as a player, is just take any chance you can to get that rest, especially when you're put in a position like this.
Yeah, and then Patton will get chased out. It'll be Nelson to take the draw.
So Nelson to need it here. He gets it. Patton going to look for it. Going to keep it moving, and now Webb looks like he gets a piece of it. And now moving the other way is Patton. But Ohio State will get there first, and they're going out of nowhere. Patton fighting for it in that corner. Going to need it, and so is Webb. Just misses that check there. But here we have it again. And so now finally the Falcons will get their change. And now into the corner again. 9:08 and counting left in this period. Bowling Green fighting for it and trying to get some offensive pressure here. But now Ohio State just moving it along. That number 15 that we have seen quite a bit of, Sherman moving it. But now it'll be Bowling Green's chance.
Nice
Rudo
chance
now
here.
has an
Rudo.
opportunity. Mark Rudo, and he almost has it. Just goes wide left. He'll get it next time, though. All is well. Looks like an inadvertent hit there almost, but now Ohio State going to be fighting for it down.
As I guarantee you, Rudo wants that one back as he looks up into the rafters.
Well, just, hey, don't get into your head, man. You got this. Just keep up the good fight that you've had all night and keep it rolling. You will get your chance, Rudo. You got this.
Puck will come outside. For the Falcons. Again, Dan Ridenour and Chip Creinin on the call today. Face-off won there by the Falcons. It'll be Bentley to Rudo. Rudo dumps it back in. Rudo, he'll go in hard after it, gets there first.
And he gets another chance here, looking for it. He'll try to go for a
Backhand
bit of a
still loose in
wraparound.
front.
Up to the defense, Schulze with a close one. And that will be into the glove of Noboliski.
Oh, good chance there for the freshman.
Definitely getting closer. and getting their chances here. Scholze, it's about time. He's out there with Bentley, though, now. Bentley on the left side. Scholze at right, but now Rudo going to be fighting for it a bit more, and it looks like it goes into the corner. And Rudo wasting no time, a big one to knock it. He'll knock another.
Rudo's frustrated.
Well, he's getting it, and then it goes out. And there's still that 2-on-2 scruffle and duffle that we saw, even when the puck had gone out of there.
Yeah, Dan, they want you to talk. They want you to introduce yourself, chat does.
Well, absolutely. My name's Dan Ridenour. I played hockey for 12 years. I love the sport, man. I love Bowling Green. A little bit about me. I'm a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan like Chip. But here we go. Enough about me. Hoover on the draw now. Going to be fighting for it. Won by the Buckeyes, however. But Bowling Green with the slap shot.
With McMullen.
Not giving up there to get it out.
It's in the feet of Higgins. Over to Hoover. Hoover leaves
and
the
Higgins.
Higgins.
Try it, and it's close.
He whiffs on it.
Getting closer, though, for sure.
Keep the pressure up here for the Falcons. Hopefully that's enough of an icebreaker for you guys.
Well, I saw a comment about the OSU goaltender. He had a save percentage last season of .929. So I say Updike almost had it. And so now they wait for it again. Ohio State wasting no time. A bit of a 2-on-2, but some back check there for the Falcons. He gets through 1 and 2, but not quite. And now that's back into the corner waiting for it. Again, Buck going to be fighting for it, and he'll get possession of it, looking to try to clear it out past Updike, but that's into the neutral zone. And Hoover using whatever gas he has left to try to get down there. It
Nice
looks
hit.
like he'll lay a big boom there on the number 7 for Ohio State, who is conveniently not on our roster.
Trying to.
Well, and then Ohio State to move it along, and that will be the shot by the number 29 there for Ohio State, but not quite. Riley Martin there to have it. So quite.
Yes, he's legit, Luke.
I appreciate it. But now here we go, 7:09 to remain. And here we have it. Carter Wilk going to be the center for Ohio State on that one, as it will be Bowling Green's advantage. They're taking it down, then that will be Nobiliski there to get it into his glove. Another shot for the Falcons.
It was RFJ, shot it. Falcons with some momentum here. 7 minutes flat to play.
I will say Jacob's comment is pretty much what I was going for.
Yes, sir.
But now here you have it, won by the Buckeyes, taking it down into their own corner. Some good pressure there, but somehow able to escape it. Ohio State will move it up the center, intercepted by Bowling Green. A near close collision there, just barely avoided by RFJ, and now here they have it. As
Brown
the pass
over to
is
Kiesel.
up,
Kiesel lost it. Oh,
will
that
lose
looked
it.
offside.
Well, according to the refs, they got back in time. 6:30 and counting left in our period. As now we'll have it. Going to try it. Kiesel almost being the one to play some pressure. And so is Feeler Johnson, but now it goes back up. And a high tip. That was a strong and hard pass there. Just not able to get it all the way through. It was tipped and then just goes right back up. And then there you had it. So, I mean, you could go anywhere from here, but that is quite the tip. The pass was in from Ohio State's defensive zone, but it was eventually tipped inevitably in the neutral zone, which is where we'll have our face-off here. And getting it back for the Falcons is C.J. Brown on the line there, but a close one now, 6:13 and counting left, and Falcons going to be moving along again. And now they'll try to take it almost, but into Brown's feet as he was trying to get a hold of that, and Ohio State will take quick advantage, getting it right back into the zone. Looking for it again here, up in front, and stave there by Martin. Another one could have gone in. If that was just about a couple inches higher, it could be 2-0 right now. But a good stave there by Martin. Going to try to keep it up and then moving it along now. The Falcons will have it, and they're moving the puck around again. Looks like that's Feeler Johnson, who will just do some dump and chase action. It looks like he almost knocked the number 20 of Ohio State over, but now there you have it. Ohio State, again, like we've seen all night, using some quick offensive pressure.
By the Falcons.
Looks like some extracurriculars there as well by Norvatny. on Bentley. And so now, looks like we have a whistle, 5:27 left in the period. And we'll wait for it here, but now.
OSU, nice play set up there. Couldn't get that to work. Ohio State winds, fires, lost the puck. Now Bentley playing some defense. Back behind the net, Kiesel delivers the check.
Definitely getting close here, but going to have to need to get it out. And looks like Rudo will get a dump. Whether or not, and that puck's not going to go all the way, the icing is waved off. And now Ohio State will be forced deep in their own zone to try to clear it out. Looks like that didn't hit a stick at all. And they will rule that an icing.
It should be an ice, and it will.
Ohio State not too thrilled about that, but I mean, I didn't hear anything get hit, and I mean, how about that? So far, though, I will say Riley Martin has been the guy to watch for the BGSU Falcons.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Rudo's had some chances, hasn't converted.
But now, looks like Ohio State going to be changing it here. Or at least they're going to
move the face-off to the center ice. I agree with the call. I don't think it was an icing call. I'll admit that.
It could have gone either way, but they're going to be moving it back along, and then now we're going to have Anthony Higgins at center with that first line, followed by Rudo and McMullen. So there you go again, 4:50 now left in your second period, folks. Ohio State deep in their own zone. Rudo going to be chasing for it, and now the Buckeyes moving the other way. Higgins with the last-ditch effort, not quite able to succeed against Gaffney, but the wide pass and the wide shot.
As the puck will now come out of the zone with the Buckeyes.
Well, cross-ice pass there, waiting for it. Higgins going to be on him, tries to lay the boom to Gaffney, and will not get it. Now we got 4:20 left in the second period, so now waiting for it again. Feeler Johnson there going to try to get that puck out, and not quite, but
it's Higgins and McMullen.
And so now they're waiting for it and trying to get their momentum that they can. Rudo goes into that corner. Ohio State gets it back up, and then that will be off a shin, though. And they're waiting for it again. Looks like Ohio State going to try to get something from it. Bentley to lay a bit of a hit there, but now Ohio State has it in the neutral zone. As Rudo gets tied up, Bentley to chase it. But also we see Brogna of Ohio State chasing it as well with 3:37 left in the second period. Now they take it back again. It looks like just some stagnation there. Nobody moving it, but finally will go out.
McMullen. Tired Falcons, some tired Falcons out there. Ohio State may try to take advantage of that. Shot will go. Nice save, Riley Martin, and they score.
And that's the back door again. I mean, that's hockey 101. You got to have that back door covered. One of the few things I was good at playing the sport. I think that was just kind of an unfortunate bounce for the BGSU Falcons. Makes it 2-0 now for the Ohio State Buckeyes. You know, we've seen all those bounces so far today, Chip, where they kind of go in Bowling Green's favor. That was one of the few that did not. And it's going to be a costly one indeed with 3:17 left. But one thing I've noticed too, though, Chip, both these goals by Ohio State have been within the last 3.5 minutes of the period. But now 2-0. Granica now to have the puck, but now gets the pass and then moving it. And we'll have another icing going down towards Riley Martin with 3:05 left.
Yeah, I don't think that was a bad bounce. I think the Falcons just didn't get the puck out when they should have, and that's something that the top line should not have done.
Well, especially when you're that down low, you know, you got to have your head on a swivel, and that just was not the play that you had in mind. But anyways, Bowling Green wasting no time trying to get it out of the zone. First attempt, they'll try to learn from it and then keep pressuring on that left side. But then a good pass there by Webb to get it on over. And now looking over, and then that's in. And Webb now with the puck, waiting back for it again, off something. And then Ohio State will have it, and then Webb to try to lay a boom. He'll get knocked down, however. I don't even think it was anybody, just gravity. But anyways, here we go. McLaughlin now chasing a bit, and then you saw it was Bowden from the 24 to 25 action goes down in. Martin to hold on to it, and then gets it on over. Now Bowden will have the puck again over to Webb. Waiting for it again, and he's going to get a bit of a hit. Looks like it was in the numbers. The refs will disagree, but now there you go. Granica will get the puck. No offsides called. Tries to hold on to it, and it's kept in the zone by McLaughlin.
Full sail change, except for Gaeta as the Buckeyes.
And a bit of a cherry pick there by Ohio State's number 25 moving it. Now a minute 50 left.
No gobble. Up to Hoover. Hoover.
Gonna need it.
Shot, glove save.
And another glove save there with some extracurriculars, but Novaliski, the Collegeville PA junior, able to get a good save there. As Hoover getting some extracurriculars, but we have seen a lot of chippiness so far here, Chip, haven't we?
Yeah. Chippiness, Chip. Yeah.
But anyway, here we go.
Gobble in for the draw. Gobble lost it. Hoover first two though.
And
Hoover
Gobble
gets it behind the net in front. Now back down low.
And gonna need something here. Hoover not giving up that easy. Now Gobble gonna try to aid on that far side. But now looks like a good tip there. Ohio State needed that. And so now they go in. Martin gets it over. Scholze able to get the straw to force it into the neutral zone. And now we'll have Ohio State's number
picked off there by Gobble.
And good by Gobble. Try to use his height there, and that'll go into the right shoulder of Novaliski. And so we'll have 2-0 with a minute 13 left. Lines to change here for the BGSU Falcons. Looks like we'll see Updike out there. Looks like we'll also see
Gobble and Hoover
Gobble
stay out.
and Hoover with Brackenbuck and Granica to go on defense. And Buck to get a hold of it, not quite. 5-on-5 action now as Buck tries to clear it, unsuccessful, so close. And now wide open though, he's got daylight, tries to do a gamble with it, and not quite. That'll be the number 5 of Bashara for Ohio State. Now less than a minute left in the period. Ohio State definitely going back at it again. Hoover tries to get a hold of it, and he will not. Buck going to have to force him wide into the corner for Gaffney versus Buck. Now 40 seconds remain. Going to go cross-ice pass, unsuccessful, or I guess cross-crease, but still unsuccessful. Now here you'll have it again. Granica tries to get a hold of it, so does Gobble. It looks like they'll try to go top right on the backhand. Martin laying on it, and some pushing and shoving, but that'll be the end of it.
No, still some pushing and shoving. Hoover in the middle of it.
Go figure.
.24 flat to play. Second period.
Well, Bowling Green to get a good change here in their defensive zone. Just need to get it out as quickly as possible and go from there. Now is the you can't be doing that dilly-dally. You have to try to get it out now. 20 seconds left in the period. As the 1T by Ohio State goes high and wide by Machino.
Started the face-off with only 4 guys on the ice.
Well, now 10 seconds less, now 5.
Oh, that's from behind.
Now
that is from behind.
It did look like that. Patton gets taken down, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not 21.
That was Gaeta, hit from behind.
And he's definitely going to plead his case, and he's got a right to. And we've seen a lot of that back and forth energy of just not, being nice to each other, being nice to anything. But now Bowling Green down by another. Martin playing on his head as hard as he can here.
Shots.
And
13-13.
I do actually, though, for Ohio State's backup goaltender, Seth Russell from Findlay High School. He is now on the lineup. He was a practice squad player last season, to answer your question. So now we'll have 12 minutes or so of intermission. We're going to take a break here, and then I'll get some intermission talk for you.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
And we welcome you back here to the Chiller Easton for quite the day as we're in the intermission report here for the second and final time so far. Dan Ridenour joining you as Chip gets things figured out behind the scenes. So let's just take a little look at the game we have had so far. Both Bowling Green and Ohio State had 13 shots on goal in that period. 1 goal scored by the Ohio State Buckeyes. They also had one penalty. Bowling Green got on the power play earlier. We saw a lot of that as well, but so far, Bowling Green is 0 for 3 on opportunities so far, so we're going to see that. And also, the best is yet to come, though. Bowling Green only down 9-2, and you know that is the worst lead to have in hockey. Alrighty, my apologies. Bit of a rookie mistake there, just running up to get back here. Bit of a rookie mistake, as you know, now I'm kind of out of breath. But anyways, here we go. If we look back at the 3 keys of the game, I think there's a lot to look over. You know, there's a new year, new team. 8-1 was the score from last season, the last time these two teams played on January 11th of 2025. Ohio State had an 8-1 victory in that game. Not quite the same situation here as we have it, 2-0 so far. And then also, another thing that we got to keep in mind is that the Falcons had a key to the game to shoot the puck. I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. They got back on board. Not the first period, it was in their favor. They only had 8 shots on goal, got up to 13, which I wanted them to get around 15 that period, but still they got 13, so they got pretty close, if I do say so myself. And then you had to get it on net. We saw some more opportunities, some close chances where one man would go wide left, one man would go wide right, but there were good opportunities, especially, you know, when you were looking on their situation and they were trying to get those wraparounds, they were trying to just get it either high or low, but we'll just have to see what else can come with that. And then we also talked about the first 5 minutes, but if anything, it seemed like it's the last 5 minutes more than the first, which is really surprising. Both Ohio State's goals came within the last 5 minutes of the period, and that's kind of where we see the most intensity. That's where we see the most kind of chippiness, you know, as we have with my broadcast partner here. But Ohio State and goaltending, I mean, we have seen quite the performance for goaltenders tonight in Brandon Nobiliski and Riley Martin. So far, it has been the Riley Martin show when it comes to the BGSU Falcons. There have been a lot of good contributors, but none have contributed more than Riley Martin, I would say, in net. Sitting down below us, he is looking exhausted. But he has played his game, and we need to give him his flowers for that. Just let him recover real quick. As we're around 6 minutes left, Zamboni just taking some laps, as we see here. But obviously a lot of good opportunities for Bowling Green and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ethan Bashara doing pretty well so far. We've seen quite the show from him as well, but so far Ohio State really just having their game up ahead. It's 2-0 for them as we see it. Bowling Green going to have to get back on top of it. If you go back to those 3 keys, new year, new team, you are showing improvement from last season. You got 13 shots on net, which was an improvement from the first period where you only had 8, so try to get it up some more. Overall in the game, Ohio State has 34 shots on goal. Bowling Green has 21. So we'll see if we can get some momentum there. And then first 5 minutes, you come out here and notch one. The best is yet to come, if I do say so myself. Anyways, that's going to be the time we have for now. We're going to take a quick little break and then get back to you for the third and final period of this. You are watching BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube.
live.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Chiller Easton. Down 2-0 is your Bowling Green State University Falcons as we head to the third and final period of regulation here. We'll see if overtime is to come, or even better yet, try to win it in regulation here. Going to have to notch 2 first, though. However, I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Chip Creinin, and here we go. It's all or nothing now for Bowling Green.
Yeah, I think something that they've done well so far is staying out of the box. No penalties for the Falcons so far in this goal will help with that, or staying out of the box.
Well,
yeah.
Here you go, though. Mask off now, Higgins to get it, and here you have it, and that's just going to go right into the net to kill the momentum. 5 seconds. But you really do, you know, let's look behind the man in the mask right now, Riley Martin. Definitely going to have to keep it on, but that guy really just taking his mask off right now and playing an unbelievable game of hockey.
Yeah, off the feet of Granica. Rudo now going the other way.
Rudo now to have some shot. He's got a 1-on-2, looks in, and going to go off the blocker there. Now Ohio State will have it with 19:42.
Oh, nice move there by number 5. Shot save, Martin.
And Bashara gets right past Scholze, but not past Martin, and here you go. And Scholze's twigged a break. So now he'll just have to try to stand his ground here, see what he can do. Gets Rudo there with some good leadership to give up his stick. So Scholze can have one, but it's into his feet. Gonna have to try to fight for it here now. Ohio State with the puck behind the net. There's a bit of a trip up there. Looks like he fell in Granica. But now that'll go on the far side there. Ohio State of Gaffney to try to keep it in. That'll try to go up and not quite. And now Scholze to try to get it in over the stick of Gaffney. And Rudo will come off. And so will Scholze, 18-50.
First to that puck. Gets the puck back for the Falcons. Finds Updike in the slot. Fumbled it.
Close, but so far away at the same time. Waiting for it now again. Updike tried to force him more to the center, and he will go. Hoover almost got a hold of it. Now you'll have it again. Behind the net, a bit of a chase. 1 on, 1 down. Now the Falcons to have it. Hoover to get the puck, as that'll be out of his possession, but now Bowling Green still keeps it in where they need it to go. As that'll just go over the stick of Hoover and then goes through, but it's an interception there and a good one. Updike on a 3-on-2, moving wide. He'll get it pass in, just too far for Gobble.
Oh, Updike in the right place at the right time. Couldn't get the
Andrew Updike
puck
here
to
getting
settle
close.
on his stick.
And so now we wait again, gonna just go across the crease. And now Gobble trying to use some speed, but that'll get right back in by that number 22 of Andrew Jacques for Ohio State, as now they'll wait for it. But Hoover now to have the puck. He gets that up to Updike in the corner, going to do some DC action there as Hoover, with all the gas he has left, trying to go in for it there. 17:25 remaining. Off one stick, into the next. And bouncing in the neutral zone a bit, 17-19 left. And so now we wait back for it again. Bracken Buck now on his stick. Looking for somewhere where he can go. He'll go cross ice just into the middle, but he gets it off his hand again, and he's going to go up. Rushing it, we saw it earlier, but he will dump it in and try to stay up high. More defensive defenseman, I see. But anyways, Bowling Green still has it in their possession, as that one will go down for Brown.
Ooh, C.J. Brown, stick lift right to
Looks
RFJ.
like he's getting it. And
Caleb. Kiesel. Back up high. Granica's going to let this one go. His shot will go wide.
but now Buck will have it. Waiting for it there. Looks like Ohio State now going to have a bit of momentum. Looking for where that can go, the 34, and that'll be a great stop.
Save.
What a stop by Martin.
Holy cow, what a save by Martin.
You know, we saw it right there. That was that number 25, and then Leschnock tried to come in and end it. Riley Martin says no, sir. 16:20 left in regulation. So now Martin will have it. JT Webb going to be the man to hold on to it. He'll try to get a pass up, however. Leschnock almost intercepts it. Now Bowling Green will have it going the other way. Looking to see where they can have it. Going to try to get one. Can't get through him or the other. A bit of a rush attempted there by Kiesel.
Yeah, Kiesel, oh man, I got to go back and see. Riley Martin. Give him some claps for that one. Oh,
I mean, not only is he shutting people down in roller hockey, he's shutting them down here at the Chiller Easton, but here we go again. And now they'll wait for it again.
Stoller in front. Patton gets his stick on that pass. Now it's a one-on-one.
Ohio State tried to clear it. Now Bentley going to be playing almost middle, gets his momentum down. And still in the first 5 minutes, we almost saw a goal there. That's like the second closest one for Ohio State so far. But now a bit of a fight. 3 Falcons against 2 Buckeyes down behind the net as they wait for it. Looks like Scholze got a bit of it. So did Webb. But it will just go back into that corner. Waiting to see where they can go now.
Nice hit there by Stoller.
As Stoller had a great hit there. Bowden definitely using some momentum to his advantage, but now that'll be tipped. And that'll just go back down below. As Bentley will try to get a big clear there, but Brogna's going to stop it in, and that's in front. And the back check there successful. Going high, and another clap bomb there by the Ohio State Buckeyes. Not quite able to do it. Jacques was the senior there trying to get the shot. And so Jacques just able to clear it down there. Scholze able to get a good hit on him, and then another one by Bentley. And we will see Ohio State's first power play of the night and Bowling Green's first penalty kill.
Hate to say it, but I apologize. I jinxed it.
Well, yeah, the broadcaster's jinx is real from what I have seen. But Bentley here will take a penalty, and that's going to be 2 minutes. And yeah, looks like we'll see some.
It'll be Higgins, Rudo, Gata, and Nelson.
As they still play the song after, and then Rudo going to get a high on it, and they'll roll a high stick for Bowling Green. Looks like Rudo just got it a tad high.
Here's the number 10 here for the Buckeyes, rolling in with speed.
Going to need that speed as well.
He's going to work it up high.
They will go high.
Back over. He'll walk in, back up
And
high.
So now
nice
across
take.
Interception there by Higgins. He's taking it the other way.
Oh,
1-on-2.
Speed.
Higgins got daylight. Will he take a shot at it and into the glove
He got tipped, I
of
think.
Novaliski. Good defense there by Ohio State. It was a 1-on-2. Tried to force him a little bit wide, but even then, there wasn't much place that Higgins could go, and now we're in that situation. And 14 minutes and 23 seconds remain here. As we get the show on the road goes down. And still waiting back for it again. Ohio State still has it, and we'll have another whistle. And they're going to call a hold, it looks like there.
Oh, no, this could be ugly.
And now are we going to have a 5-on-3 for the Falcons while they are down? This will be the second penalty kill, or I guess the second penalty for Bowling Green, and that's going to be Austin McMullen, who will extend it now 2 minutes. Short-handed, and they have a minute 23 with a 5-on-3 situation. So it looks like Bracken Buck, a notable name to be out there.
C.J. Brown.
As well as C.J. Brown and Granica. Going to have to play a more triangle here. Ohio State moving it a lot more than they were. And there's just a man standing right there.
By Brown. That hit him in the hand. He's shaking up.
Well, number 29 just screening right there for Martin. Not much they're going to do. Granica letting him go, and so is Buck. But they'll try to go. Buck going to force him out.
You got 54 on the 5-on-3.
And you just can't let him screen, and you can't let him get back
what a
door.
Save, Martin.
But
Another
no,
big save.
what a stop. So now they're waiting for it again.
Granica. Granica's got a chance to get this
Granica
out.
has to try to clear it, and he gets slashed.
Nothing called, though.
And now Ohio State just going to get it back in, and now a bad change for the Falcons forces them into a rough situation.
Big minutes, all three freshmen on the ice in this on the 5-on-3 for the Buckeyes.
Well, looks like Gobble, Buck, and Scholze out there for BGSU. Ohio State looks like they're screening Martin a bit. This going to go right back, and now that'll be the puck. That'll be the puck there to Sherman. He gets a pass over. Now Sherman tries to get that, but the pass is wide.
10 seconds on the 5-on-3.
And then it will go to 5-on-4 as the Ohio State Buckeyes are in the neutral zone.
Retreat.
And a good.
Killed.
One is killed, 35 seconds left in the other. Here you go again, though.
Number 10 with speed. Ooh, Buck had him lined up, ducked under the check.
Well, Mancino there had it a bit, and now Bashara gets it right back, and then the 1T unsuccessful, though, for Ohio State. Bracken Buck to have it. He's going to try to clear. He'll fail it.
He tried to clear on his backhand, had space, too, and didn't get it out.
Well, not much he could do. 8 seconds and counting left in the
good stick there by Scholze, your impact player.
Yeah, and then Ohio State, though, Bashara on the glove.
Save. As the goalie then goes and taps.
Bashara got it on the glove. Something must have been said. Martin to walk off.
Taps
Scholze.
his glove.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame Scholze at all for doing that. That should be, I mean, that's one of the most unwritten rules. You don't mess with the goaltender.
And we're back to even strength.
Exactly.
Riley Martin comes up big on that penalty kill.
Great defense there by the BGSU Falcons. We're back at 5-on-5 action. Looks like they're going to get Rudo off in exchange for Updike. And he's going to be the one. And then Uppy able to get it out of the zone. We're in the neutral now as Higgins is going to be moving it. And then Updike intercepts the Ohio State pass.
Now Higgins.
And Higgins has it
sauce
up the
it
middle.
Over to McMullen. Nice move. Oh, Updike almost made it a 3-on-2. Now it's a 4-on-2 the other way for the Buckeyes.
Well, they'll try it. Bashara goes wide, however. And now we wait for it again. Mancino now going to chase after it. Bowling Green, though, still has it. Gets it knocked away.
Over to Updike. Can't find it. Gata can't clear it out. McMullen. Cleared in front shot. Oh, another great save there by Martin.
And Mancino there with the shot attempt, not quite able to work. Higgins now has the puck. He'll clear that and just knock it off the glass. Forcing Sisti to get it over, and that's going to be off the skate of Mancino. But now Patton for BGSU to have it, and his dump will be intercepted, but he's able to get a hold on it. And now into the defensive zone for Ohio State as they will try a cross ice pass, and that will just go off the chest of Martin as Bentley got a hold of it as well, and that one will go out in the neutral zone. Ohio State gets a dump as they're able to avoid the offsides. Bentley now with the puck tries to get over to.
Too fancy there.
Yeah.
Simple plays, much needed.
Well, Garnica now to have it.
Garnica can't get it out. Someone just said, ow.
Well, I mean, definitely reason to say so, but in the corner now they have it. And looks like Patton going to get a bit of a knock on it, but now moving it along the shot there by Gaffney. But now Ohio State moving it along again, definitely using some momentum to him off the blocker there of Martin.
Great save there.
And Patton going to use his whole body there to try to be able to get it, and they're going to call an ice here inevitably, as that will be icing.
I don't think that should have been an icing.
I mean, I think it tipped, honestly.
Yeah, it tipped off of Patton, but the Ohio State player touched it. Or
they
had a chance to touch it.
They both did, yeah. And I mean, so now JT Webb with Bentley, Patton. Looks like Granica out there as well with McLaughlin. That'll be your line right now for BGSU as that one goes up high for the Buckeyes. Patton playing some defense there, up and going to wait for it, and then the 1T just kind of falls through. JT Webb to get a bit of a clear. McLaughlin now has it as he's taken down Patton to chase as well, as we are now into the neutral zone. Sherman now has the puck. He'll get the pass over, and he'll get it now through. Brogna has the puck as he gets taken, and he's going to get it.
Able to get it back in deep.
.9:30 and counting left. Ohio State just waiting a bit here, not really taking a bit of a rush. But now they'll go. That one's past Hoover, and now that one through. Scholze has it on his stick, gets the pass over, and then it again. Waiting for it now, a little bit long. Rudo going to have it. But he will get forced out, and now going for it again. Hoover able to get a stick on it, though, and force it back for Ohio State. 9 minutes left now as we go. Ohio State moves it into the neutral zone, seeing some evolution here. They go to the left. Scholze going to have it as that one goes past, and Rudo with a bit of a hit, and then Ohio State will
Ooh,
choke
go,
it up, and
go,
Buck
go,
has some
3-on-1.
momentum. Going to try the pass, and now Ohio State. For Ohio State, left read. Buck with a close shot off the pass from Rudo, and now he'll have to get back.
Oh, what a play, Buck, to keep it in.
See, that is his third rush so far this game from what we have seen. Rudo now going to be forced back to get it from Martin. Some Falcons to change. Hoover has it, though. He's still moving along. They're going to wait for it as that one goes out and wide. Then still going again. Now Ohio State on a bit of a 2-on-2, keeping the puck moving in. Manzino has it. He's out wide, and then that one through the feet of Bashara. And now the Ohio State defense will have it. Tries to get the shot. And Bashara almost had it, but not quite enough. As Hoover going to try to clear it once out again. Rudo playing some defense there. 10-on-10 action between him and Manzino, but now we're moving the puck back a little bit more. Hoover now to have it. Going right along past C.J. Brown as well, but that one in the middle goes off a couple twigs, and that one's up the center, and that's another ice. Hoover not quite able to get a stick on it. And another icing for the Falcons.
Could be a bad icing here as the Falcons have had a long shift here. I'm counting about minute 45, and that's long for Hoover.
Oh, well, and I mean, that's not just long for Hoover. That's long for anybody. I mean, a minute 45 is almost unheard of, especially at this level, and we'll have a timeout called.
That's a smart timeout there for Drew Harbor, because if the Buckeyes get a goal here, it puts the game a little bit out of reach. But 2-0, you're still in a little bit of a time crunch here. 7:40 to go, 7:36 actually.
Well, the BGSU Falcons will call their timeout here. It definitely much needed, and not only does it get some rest for BGSU, it also gets them a time to go over the game plan. And, you know, Ohio State, we've seen their strengths so far today. We've seen them be able to get pucks on net. We've seen them be able to not only break open the play, but also be able to get it right in back to you and be able to force it down. So try to control that, but also be able to create your own chances by kind of not only just trying to accept their game, but taking their game and shoving it back down their throat.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. I think the Falcons have a chance here to catch the Buckeyes off guard. I believe when you call your timeout, you are allowed to change your line then, I believe. So it's a smart timeout again. Tired Falcons out there.
Absolutely, and I would not be surprised here if Coach Harper decides to change that line, but here you are, 7:36 left in regulation. It's kind of now or never for BGSU. Really needing to get it. But looks like our lines are finalized here.
Yeah, it'll be Kiesel, Gobble, and Updike. Scholze and Granica.
Well, and Mancino for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Going to be taking on Gobble at the center. That one to be won. Bashara gets a shot on net, and that will be just picked up and into the chest right there by Riley.
Martin.
His first name's Riley.
I call him Martin.
Well, how about Marty for that? Now Gobble. Well, and DJ Khaled on the loudspeaker here, but anyway, here you go. Bashara gets a deke out wide.
By Granica. He gets hooked
there.
up a little bit. Fires it over to Updike out of his reach.
Well, Uppy got close there, but now Ohio State going to hold it. Got to be careful that avoid an offside. But now Ohio State will have it in the neutral zone. That one going to be a bit out of reach. And I'm not sure how that one is not called an icing.
Well,
it was
because they weren't the first one there. With Granica let up.
Oh, yeah. This is college, I guess. But
Yep.
Anyways, here you go.
Ohio State comes out with it. Lost the puck. Get it back. Kiesel had one hand on his stick. That's probably why.
Well, waiting for it. Bashara down low. Tries to get some momentum going. Mancino now with the puck. 6:42 and counting remaining. As we see some more of a momentum shift there. Gaffney's able to get it down low. Waiting for it back again. And Bashara going to try to get it on. Mancino is thrown away there. Gobble able to play some good defense. And now the Falcons going to have to try to get it out and not waving the waving the white flag anytime soon. In the neutral zone with a little over 6 minutes left in regulation. And a block there by Updike.
Too many.
Well, and Ohio State has it moving the other way, and that will be off the elbow almost of Martin, and now here you have it again. And
almost caught the Falcons sleeping there.
well, a close opportunity there by Sisti to try to put it away, and then they'll wait for it again. Ohio State now has it in their grasp, waiting for it. Defense on them, pushing onward.
RFJ.
And Feeler Johnson there, his first game in a year and a half, able to hold on strong. The 1T unsuccessful. Ohio State to pressure some more. Wide left is the shot. Feeler Johnson now moving the other way, using all the speed he has, trying to get in there as the puck will go past him. And now Ohio State has it moving in the other way. And a bit of a sandwich play there on the number 29 of Ohio State. And now they will have it again. 5:20 is left in regulation here as Buck tries to get rid of it. Bentley now to have, as he'll get it back up. The BGSU offense now intercepts, gets it intercepted, and a knockdown by Buck.
Big hit by Bracken Buck. Huge hit. Caught the Buckeye with his head down.
The strength of a Titan right there by Bracken Buck. A man of few words, I will tell you. But he will stand on business there. And looks like Bentley's going to have some words for the number 9 of Ben Yurko, who is a senior in his second season for Ohio State club hockey. But 5:05, you know, you talk about those 5 minutes. We normally talk about the first 5 minutes of a game, but it's really been the last 5. We'll see if anything happens here. 2-0 Ohio State as Bentley will have the puck. And now Bracken Buck as well, waiting for it along again. The Buckeyes have it down and deep. They're still waiting for something to come up from it, and then that one will be high as well. And a bit of a tipper as that one will go
Martin
high.
made another great
And
save.
Will Leschnock almost got a tip there, tried to get another. That one goes all the way out, though, to the peanut gallery and will get the knock from that. So here you go, 4:48, excuse me, left in regulation.
Yeah, Martin keeping the Falcons in this one, that's for sure.
Higgins now for center against Carter Wilk, and then they'll take it again. Ohio State to win that faceoff, and they'll try to wrap it on around. Fighting for it in that corner, going to need anything they can get, but we'll see what can come from it. Just moving this puck around simply. 4:33 and counting left. That one to go wide to the left. And now the BGSU Falcons going to need to get anything they can. Austin McMullen to hold on to the puck, and that's just going to be that's going to be with his backhand.
Penalties in Acha hockey, so thankfully. 4:22 to play.
Well, yep, and now Higgins going to be back at it again. And Rudo playing on that wide side. They're not really going to want him to go, but that one into the neutral zone. McMullen now the one-on-one waiting for it here, going to try to find something from it, and he's going to trip a man up, and oh, that one does not look good. But we'll go into the neutral zone, going to have to try to get onside again, and he will. And now the Buckeyes get it into their offensive territory, waiting for it as that shot gets ripped, and that will go wide right.
Now Rudo.
Gonna need something here. Mark Rudo from the outside in. And some pushing and shoving there. Rudo steps in to break it up. Now 3:46 left in regulation.
It'll be, looks like Hoover, Webb, and Kiesel.
And then
Hoover walks him on the draw. Hoover shot, off the side of the net. Hoover wrap chance.
Well, and Granica there on defense, but JT Webb to step up and try to get it. And now they're moving
Hoover
around,
with the
intercepted by Hoover. He'll go right, and he will go. And that's off the stick, and Hoover. Looks like he got tripped up in the crease, and he's going to be doing some talking. But nonetheless, another save there by Brandon Noboliski.
As Martin went over during while that was happening, went over and talked to Coach Harper when he'll get the signal. 3:29 to play.
Well, it's kind of do or die here that you need it.
Hoover lost the draw. Kiesel now down low. Hoover picks it up. Kiesel. Oh, that was Webb, excuse me. Kiesel trying to throw it in front for Webb.
Waiting for it again here. Ohio State in the neutral zone. Bracken
Playing
Buck to break it
aggressive
up, but it goes out.
offside. They're going to call that offside.
Well, good. That was a smart move, though, I will say, by the number 17 of Ohio State in Matthew Dabrowski to not shoot that. It looks like he could have, but if he would have, I feel like this roof would have just fallen apart. I'll tell you what, but still, here you go again, folks. We're going to have C.J. Brown.
Updike and Gobble.
That one will go out to Ohio State in the neutral zone, moving it around like they have all day. Working together as a team, they'll find the far side, but going is Gobble, not letting him get any free ground here, as now Scholze will have it behind the net, and he will get it over to Bentley. Looking for the pass now. He gets it. Gobble looks like he got a stick on it.
Wouldn't matter. It's too far for it. It's on the other side of the red, so it's going to be an icing.
Oh, yeah, and Brown got close to beating him down there. Showing some speed and resiliency, which is really the number one thing you do want to see, especially when you're trying to fight for it. But now back and forth
Brown
again.
lost the draw.
Mancino to win it for the Buckeyes. And he'll get that on net, waiting through again.
Oh, what are we doing?
And it intercepts it there by Scholze and over across. The pass there by Bashar, not to work. And now they'll try it again. Big hit there by Uppy. But now Bentley now to have the puck looking for it. He'll go cross. Updike there, able to get a tip on it.
Hand pass.
And a hand pass by Ohio State.
So face off to come in the D zone. Top line to come back out.
And a play there that you needed to take advantage of.
Falcons need to capitalize with this line out here. It'll be Higgins. Higgins lost the draw.
Waiting for it back
Gets it
again.
back in the slot.
2:09 remaining here in regulation. Ohio State to take it right on in that corner for Jacques. But that one will go back, and now we'll have Mancino to get it. And we'll see where he goes along now with it. He'll go to the left. Minute 50 and counting left. Waiting to see if we find it at all, and we will. But it's a long one, and the body will be played there. Rudo on Sherman. And eventually into the glove of Riley Martin.
The heck?
Uh-oh, well.
What are you doing?
We'll see what goes on now. A minute 44 and counting left here. And Ohio State now going to have that number 12 on out there.
Hold on.
We'll figure out of Sam Gaffney where he has to go. He's taking on Higgins for the draw. The first line out here now. As that one enters the neutral zone, Rudo going to be chasing for it and going to be up the middle. Rudo able to get a hold of it, and now a minute and a half left. A stick tap and an offsides looks like will be called against Bowling Green.
They're going to send Granica and Bentley out.
Riley Martin.
Hoover's going to be the extra attacker.
Riley Martin still in net for now, minute 27. But Bowling Green able to get it on the far side, going to be waiting for it. And a minute and 20 will remain as we wait for it along here. A minute 18 now, and still going. Ohio State tries to get it across, and they will. More momentum going, and they're going to wait, and then that's off the pad, though. Bentley kind of stopping him from getting a good shot off, and now the Falcons moving it the other way. Rudo now has it on his stick, going to try to get it in. He goes for the body over the puck, and now it's stuck in the neutral zone with less than a minute left. Ohio State now a 1-on-2 situation, just going to do some DC action there, and goes on to the far side as now it'll be picked up by Novotny going against Bentley, and now some more.
He's just killing it. Nice job there by the Buckeyes.
Higgins there got a good hit, and then going to try to shoot, but he's taken down and wide, and the rebound is missed by Gaffney, as now they're waiting for it along now. Higgins now will have it. He's going to get pushed and shoved, and excuse me, that will be number 12, not 22, of RFJ, but another big hit and some extracurriculars, and now we're going to have a bit of a fight going along now between the number 24 of McLaughlin and I believe the number 20 of Novotny, which we've seen a lot of extracurricular today from Novotny, but also some irony so far just seeing today Mr. Brightside being played in Columbus, Ohio. I thought I'd never see the day. Well, and now enforcing the line again. Seems typical, but Patton up to get it for Bowling Green. Nelson to Patton, just missed and then taken back in, and just hopefully no buffoonery as Leshnock now has it. He's got 3 Falcons now on him, and now a second Buckeye.
10 seconds to play, that'll do it.
To try to aid for help, and just, they're not gonna blow the whistle over though. They're still fighting, and uh-oh, RFJ gets a stick a little high. Will we see a fight? And
no.
Leshnock lets it go for the best, but that will be unfortunate. Oh, I will say though, improvement. The last time these two teams played, Chip, it was an 8-1 victory for Ohio State. This time it is a 2-0 victory. So we will see that number 30 of Brandon Obeliski to get the shutout for the Ohio State Buckeyes, the second of his career. Or excuse me, the second, I guess. He had one last season, now he has one. But that will be all. We're gonna get the handshake line going. Quite the day, if I do say so myself. 46 shots on goal for the Ohio State Buckeyes throughout this game, 26 by your BGSU Falcons. So not quite what you wanted. Coach Harper going to have a lot to talk about, but you can take it away from here, Chip.
Yeah, I think Riley Martin definitely kept the Falcons in this game. I think shots being Ohio State pretty much doubled up the Falcons, 46-26 in shots. I just think the Falcons are going to come out tomorrow and they're going to be ready, and Coach Harper's going to make a few line changes would be my guess, and then they'll be good to go.
Well, we'll see some adjustments for sure, but now you have familiarity. You know, that was one of the biggest things you needed to not only understand but realize where they were coming from, is you needed to be familiar with them. And now that you're familiar with them, you're going to get them on your home rink. I think we could see a lot of good things happen tomorrow. And Riley Martin, though, with a great performance tonight. Maybe not the result of the game he wanted, but definitely should not come out of this game with his head down low. Should have some pride in the way he played tonight.
Yeah, and again, that'll do it. We'll see you tomorrow night. 10:30 p.m. Eastern start time at the Slater Family Ice Arena for all those wanting to watch. 7:30 Eastern my time in California.
Yeah, well,
my parents.
We will be there as well. Going to be quite the drive home for the BGSU Falcons, but yep, 10:30 p.m. start tomorrow. We'll have the broadcast on here as well. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Ohio State to take the 2-0 victory over your BGSU Falcons. I'm Dan Ridenour, signing off for tonight with Chip Creinin, wishing you all